Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, we've got SirHamer playing the Tier 9 Sejong. Now, I don't really know a whole lot of anything about this ship, so this will be kind of a learning experience for me, and maybe for you as well. Let's see what I can pull up about that here. I'll work on getting some information about the ship while we watch. 6 turrets. 2 barrels per turret. Thank you, SirHamer, for zooming in so we can take a look at that. Do I see torpedo racks there? Well, it looks like a nasty customer, but I have to wonder, is it like the Neptune? I mean, the Neptune, not a bad ship, but when you are in a Neptune, you have to be so careful not to get hit because you've got paper armor and pretty much anything can just pummel you. Okay, so I'm looking for information right now. Matchmaking, well, it's decent. Let's see whether or not this AA, yeah, this AA is actually doing something. You can see we've got defensive fire there as well. That's 5, 6 aircraft shot down, and that didn't take any time at all. Now that's kind of impressive. Okay, so I've got a little bit of data about the ship now. 6 127s. Okay, so this is somewhat akin to like Atlanta, right? Something like that. 5.5 second reload. And 2.05 sigma, that's nice. Maximum dispersion at range, 121 meters. Yeah, this thing's incredibly accurate. This is a real DD killer. And really, well, I imagine that means it's probably super squishy. What else can I tell you about the ship? Let's see if I can't open these things up here. HE shells do a maximum of 1,800 damage with a 9% fire chance. And AP shells do a maximum damage of 2,100. With only an 8mm overmatch and 21mm threshold. Okay, so this really is kind of designed to light fires and destroy destroyers, right? It's a destroyer killer, and if you can get the opportunity to get some torpedoes out, now it doesn't slow down very quickly. Now that does remind me of the Neptune. It looks like Richelieu is going to turn inside of the torpedo trajectory, but you know, maybe he changes his mind and comes back, or maybe somebody else is crossing there. Okay, 2 fires, beautiful. And they are continuing to burn. Now the range on the ship actually looks pretty decent, doesn't it? I mean, we're at 16.3. Yeah, it's not great, but does the trick. I mean, you can get up, you can smoke, stay out of radar range. Hopefully someone will finish off that crunch now that pushed up there. Okay, so what else can I tell you about the ship? Let's take a look at the torpedoes. You got 4 quadruple racks. That's pretty strong. And the arcs are really great, right, for a cruiser. I mean, that is amazing. Each torpedo does a maximum damage of 17,900. These are deep water torpedoes, so you're not going to be able to hit destroyers with these torps. All right, well, let's watch it eat some more Lexington aircraft. There's one. Fires off the defensive AA. Okay, so only shoots down one aircraft before... Oh, nope, two more. That takes it up to 9, and it looks like the CV's decided he doesn't really want anything to do with this thing. Now, deep water torpedoes, of course, are, well, they're great. I mean, it's no fun to have torpedoes that can't hit destroyers, but you're not in a destroyer. So the number of times that you're going to be cap contesting and need torpedoes to try to blap a DD, pretty rare. I mean, that's just not going to happen that often. And the range on these things, 12 kilometers, that's nice. Will they catch this Saint Louis coming through there, maybe? Well, we're going to see. It's got smoke back up. One of the beauties of the Pan-Asian line, really, is cruisers or destroyers. And a lot of smokes. There's another fire. That's 5 total now. And yeah, plainly very squishy. So what do you think this armor is? Is this like 21 millimeters? Or is it 19 like DDs? That's my guess. I don't have that information pulled up here, but it looks very squishy to me. These torpedoes reload fairly quickly too. Especially given how many of them you have. Well, he's out in the open. Rochester Al Saint Louis can see him, so he's got an angle, which makes the Saint Louis a little bit better target. Gets the heel going, and oh yeah, that Citadel shot had to hurt. Gotta stay angled. Trying to lead the Saint Louis a little bit there. Torpedoes look like they are up on the they're up on the other side again, so sends out a nice spread, hoping to catch the Rochester. If the Rochester turns to starboard to get all of his guns out, he might eat some of those torpedoes. Smoke is back up in 2 seconds. Just hang in there. There's the smoke. Oh, Rochester, that's a bad place to stop, buddy. All right, now the good guys are down 3 ships, bad guys are only down 2, and yeah, yeah, that was a terrible spot to stop for that Rochester. Maybe he's not familiar with Pan-Asian cruisers and was unaware of the torpedo threat. Now our hero is sitting at just shy of 65,000 damage with 1 ship sunk. Almost got the Saint Louis there. That would have been great. These shells, like the Atlanta, are very, very floaty. Almost 16 seconds to get those shells out there. Fires off a heel, trying to get his HP back up. It was a close game. Richelieu is apparently going to make a YOLO run here. torpedoes are up on the other side, but on this side, I've got 10 seconds. And it looks like torpedoes might, well, no. I was going to say they might not work because North Carolina was kind of right on the way, but Richelieu is slowing down, so maybe these torpedoes will catch him as he tries to push toward the North Carolina. Let's hope. And SirHamer's turning around. I think that's a really good idea. Try and stay angled against that Richelieu in case the guns are pointed this way. He may want the easy kill. Nope. No, they are still pointed at the North Carolina. So that is, scratch that battleship. It's gone. That was a great torpedo drop. Gonna catch him with 3, I think. Only took 2 to do the job. Charles Martel may finish off the Saint Louis. Yep. And the bad guys are now down to 5 ships. Good guys still have 6, and good guys have a points lead on the back of the fact that they are up a ship. Now Charles Martel is running straight at the Lexington. This will be interesting to see. I think I probably would fire up another heel here. We'll see what he does. A little more HP would be a really good thing to have. There it is. Charles Martel just chasing the Lexington down, and Lexington showing broadside to the North Carolina. If the North Carolina is keeping an eye on the minimap, he may see that opportunity and really just shred the Lexi. Nope. That volley went toward the Sejong. Trying to finish off that HE threat. Sejong and Cleveland together, they could burn down in North Carolina. Friendly still have Ochakov and Alaska on that side. That's a tough combo. You can see the red Hollande. He's caught in the radar. Or Hollande, I guess. Something like that. Cleveland just just blaps the Ochakov. Maybe he switched to AP. I didn't see, but whatever the case, 5 ships apiece now, and the good guys have only a 10-point lead. This is still anybody's game. Well, our hero is getting back into firing range. You can see in the chat there, the Zeton player is berating the Charles Martel player for chasing after the Lexington rather than helping out kind of in the middle. Lexi's almost in range, continuing to run. Charles Martel has lost nearly half his HP. And Alaska finishes off to Cleveland. That makes this a little bit better for the good guys. And you saw in the chat there, it's not that Charles Martel hasn't been doing anything, because he has. And by keeping the Lexington busy, our North Carolina's been able to kind of just sit there. And now that he's in range, our hero gets in the cap circle, smokes up, and gets the guns working. That Hollande's in big trouble. That volley might finish him. Just behind him. SirHamer changes his point of aim a little bit, trying to land those shells. Hollande recognizes the threat and says, I am getting the heck out of here. Defensive fire, just shredding those planes. Now it's 16 of them gone now. And SirHamer throws out some torpedoes. Time to get those guns working again. There's a fire. Charles Martel is just pushing right in. There's the Hollande again. I think I'd get the guns on him rather than the battleship, which is what SirHamer opts to do. And this is looking really, really good for the good guys here. Zumo can blap that Charles Martel. Martel might be trying to get close enough to get torpedoes on him. But, nope. But down he goes. Kaga floods out the Izumo. And our hero's got plenty of time on his smoke. He can go dark here and reposition. I think I'd probably get out of here too, because you may have torpedoes coming this way. Now, there's no way to catch that destroyer with torpedoes on this ship, but if somebody lights him up, if CV lights him up and he's in range, you can certainly just thrash him with these guns. And it's down to 3 ships a team now. Good guys still have well, they had a little bit of a lead. The Sejong burns down the Alaska, and the bad guys have the edge now. And it just like that flips back the other way. We know Hollande is in the cap circle now with SirHamer. Very interesting. I think spotting the DD, yeah, spotting the DD is the trick. He's left the cap circle, and it's easy to guess that he was probably, somewhere in that area, based on where he was last seen, and the fact that he was probably sitting at the very edge of the cap. And there he is. He ran south, probably not a bad choice, but he got a little too close, because these guns at this range are just going to be deadly. It's only going to take probably 1 shell to finish him off. And with 3 landing, that's certainly enough. And this game looks like it's in the bag for the good guys. Now, will they cap? Will SirHamer cap with Kaga support, or will he just push ahead and try to smash that Lexi? We'll see.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
I will say, great game, SirHamer. 3 ships sunk, almost 96,000 damage in a light cruiser. It's nice, I have to say, that this was not a tier 10 match, so there weren't any tier 10 battleships with their, generally speaking, much more accurate guns, but regardless, really well played. Lexi, he played this smart. He's liable to land a torpedo here, maybe 2. There's 1. No flooding, thank goodness. And the Lexi is now in range. And I think with these guns, the Lexi is not long for this world. So I'm thinking this is going to be a 4-kill game for our hero. We'll see. Kaga could finish him. Really great game, SirHamer. Thanks a lot for sending this one to me. I appreciate it. Those of you joining me, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as me. Always love to see some good light cruiser play. And I'll see you next time.